Hey everybody. I did an update the other day and it was just kind of a factual update, so I thought maybe I would do one about kind of how I've been feeling or what's been going on instead of just kind of the facts. Some ideas of things that I've been thinking about and all that kind of stuff. So I wrote down a couple of things. I guess first I wanted to talk about in starting school and a new job, I have been dealing a lot with the socialization aspect of transition. And one funny story about that is my first biology lab, I sat down at one of the lab tables and two guys sat down at the lab table with me. And like me and this other guy like introduced ourselves to each other, and at the end of the lab the guy looked at me and he's like, "Hey, you know, Caden, any prior service?" And I looked at him like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Until like it took me a couple of seconds to realize that he was talking about military service. I think because I've just like never really had anybody ask me something in that kind of way. And I just finally, when I realized it after a couple of seconds, I was like, "Oh, no. And he's like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Yeah, you?" And he's like, "Yeah, you know, Army or whatever." And I said, "Oh, what branch?" And he's like, I thought I would ask you because of your haircut." And I was like, "No, this is just the easiest thing to do myself." But I went away that day thinking like, "Oh my God, I just made a fool out of myself." It was just kind of one of those little stumbling blocks of socialization, where clearly that's how people that have been in the military maybe talk to each other, but I don't know that language. So anyway, that's that. I've been passing, you know, like in all of the aspects of school and at work and everything. But I guess with that, another thing that I wanted to talk about is I guess I'm feeling like a lot of people around me that do know that I'm trans seem to almost think that everything's fine now, or everything's great because I'm passing, and you know, I've sent out the letter to extended family and whatnot and have support from people and all of that, that maybe like everything's just done and over. And like I said before, it's only been 23 weeks since I started T, and I still very much feel like I'm in the middle of this and that I'm learning every day. And I find it difficult to be in this place where I don't have a ton of friends, and really don't have very many friends here at all. And I don't have the people that are closest to me around me that I can talk to about this. I just feel like some days when I'm in the middle of, you know, work or at school or something, I just want to, like, it's almost like pulling a fire alarm or something. I just want to like yell like, "I'm trans," and see how everybody reacts. But obviously I don't want to do that because I know it's that struggle, that double-edged sword of this, where I want people to see me as the average Joe. That's what I've wanted forever, and now that I have it, I'm like, no, you know, like that's not entirely what I want. Like I want, like, I don't know, like I feel in some respects like I'm hiding something still, because I can't completely be myself, and being myself completely is to be in a situation where I can say like, you know, back when I was a girl, or you know, my ex-boyfriend when I was 16, blah blah blah, you know. It's just I don't know. I know that as time goes on, like it'll get easier, and I'll get more acclimated to this, and it'll all be fine. But that's one of the things that I'm struggling with right now, I guess. I don't know if that makes any sense. I have also noticed that, like at work, if I make some like stupid kind of joke about, you know, like, "Woman, go make me a sandwich," or something like that, like joking around, or something that's like some stupid kind of gender role kind of joke, where I'm clearly joking. At least I think that I'm being clear that I'm joking. now I think kind of makes me look like I'm just a dick, and I'm not a dick. And I just want to say, like, I can say that I'm just kidding, like, because I was the girl or whatever, and now some of the things that I say I think just come across like I'm just like this guy who's a dickhead. So that's a change. That's kind of funny. My brother burned me a copy of this thing that was on NPR the other day, and it was about testosterone, and there was a trans guy on the radio show, and he was talking about like that same kind of idea of now he used to be this edgy lesbian, and now he's just a dick, and that's kind of, I guess, what I'm feeling lately or something. I don't know. But also he was talking about one of the things he was asked what he misses or what's the hardest part about all of this and stuff, and he said that he missed having women friends, and he expressed of course that he still has the friends that he had from before, but that he hasn't made any new close friendships with women. And that's one of the things also that I've noticed is that it's that learning of like how to talk to women, not like I'm hitting on them, but like to become friends with them, and to somehow make them see that like I could be a good friend. I don't know if I'll have that again, or if I just have that with the friends from the past, or what. So I feel like this little bit of a limbo or something. I guess I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about these things that are coming up in transition. I just wanted to document that that's something else that's going on. The other thing was I feel like in the last month maybe like I've kind of been pulling away from my family, and which is weird considering like one of the reasons why I moved back here, the main reason why I moved back here is to be close to my family, and I know that it's not a conscious decision, and it's not for any particular reason. I don't know what the reason is. If it's just that maybe I know that I've talked in other videos about this idea of not really being able to grow up before, because I didn't know what I was going to grow up into or what I wanted to grow up into, and I don't know if now I definitely feel like I'm growing up, and I don't know if it's that, if maybe I feel less like I'm the kid going to my parents, as now I'm an adult and going to my parents. I don't know. It's weird, and it's something that I need to think more about. The last thing I have written down is that in seeing all of the changes in me or whatever, I was looking at myself in the mirror the other day, and I looked at my eyes, and there was something that sparked this thought in me at that moment that was like, I see myself in those eyes. Not that I saw myself. That specific thought was about I see myself in those eyes, not in my hair or my face or the shape of my face or my body or whatever, but that I could see myself in those eyes, and that all of me is still in there. And it's funny, that made me then think of the idea of the eyes being the window to your soul or whatever. And it just, I guess that thought made me realize, in the midst of all of these things that are changing about my body, about my perspectives on things, my confidence, my attitude, everything. I always said before, I'm not going to change. Don't worry, I'm not going to change. And I know that other people have said this. I am changing. But it's for the better. I'm happier. I'm more confident. I hold myself, to a higher standard, and those changes are all good, and it's beneficial. So, but being able to see that in my eyes, that all of me is still there, and that I'm not losing myself, was really positive. So, anyway, those are all my thoughts right now. and I'm going to end this because I don't know how long it is. But hope everybody's doing well. Take care.